Those are two skates from the same brand, but the price difference between them is nearly 1,000 euros. But why? And the more important question is it really worth it to pay 1,000 euros for an ice skate? I have tested them side by side with one skate on each foot. Spoiler alert, the difference is not worth 1,000 euros. Why? Well, this is what I will tell you right after the intro. Let's start with a look on the spec sheet of those two skates, where the PK 7900 Pro obviously is the clear winner. At first, let's talk about the standard version, where the Graph Ultra G975 is coming with a pretty standard holder and a stainless steel standard blade. Nothing too special, of course. The opposite, it's with the PK 7900 Pro with a more durable high-tech holder and a high-quality blade, and it also has a quick exchange system. So obviously the best tech that Graph sells for their holders and blades is built into the best skate they sell. In the T-blade system, the Graph Ultra G975 is delivered with a black standard holder, regular stabilizer, regular blade, of course, because there's nothing more special in those things, even in the high-priced models. Same here with the PK 7900 Pro, which has regular blade, regular stabilizers, of course with a special color, but a carbon fiber holder, but that was my choice because the skate is not for sale at T-Blade. The outsole of those skates, as you can see here, it's part of the outside shell, and here you have a carbon fiber sole plate, while the Graph Ultra G975 has a standard PE outsole. Now let's talk about the toe cap, where the Graph PK 7900 Pro is still coming with this pretty standard toe cap that Graph is using for years, and the funny thing is that the Graph G975 already has an anatomic toe cap. So this new generation toe cap Graph is using since this season, and I guess it won't take too long then also the PK 7900 Pro models will get the anatomic toe cap. The sole plate in the Graph Ultra G975 is a so-called comfort feet sole plate, which is obviously made to fit everybody, while the sole plate in the Graph PK 7900 Pro is not just a plastic sole plate but a actual carbon fiber sole plate, which is also made to withstand the heat differences of molding and thermoforming the skate. And of course, the carbon fiber material is not just more lightweight, but also more solid, just stronger. So the whole sole plate, the whole base of the skate is just stronger with the carbon fiber material, which you will obviously need as a hockey pro. The tongue of this skate is a suit around 5mm felt tongue, while the tongue of the Graph Ultra G975 is a 7mm one-piece felt tongue. On the inside of the Graph Ultra G975 you have a very standard brushed nylon material, while on the inside of the Graph PK 7900 Pro you have a so-called Clarino material, which is kind of a synthetic leather. That's at least what Google told me. This Clarino material on the inside is made for molding, is made for thermoforming. It's made that it absorbs the sweat of your foot, and if it's wet that it gets dry very fast, and it's made that it keeps the shape of your foot perfectly, not just after thermoforming but also the shape you give it when you use it, which makes the skate incredibly comfortable. Also part of the comfort of this skate is the high density memory foam ankle padding. So also the best ankle padding the Graph builds is built inside this skate, while the Graph Ultra G975 also has memory foam ankle pads, but the word high density is missing here, so I guess it's a little bit less quality material in the ankle padding at the Graph Ultra G975. Will you notice it? We'll find that out on the ice. But at first let's talk about the quarter package of those two skates, where the Graph Ultra G975 provides a 3D composite material quarter package, while the Graph PK 7900 Pro is built out of a two-piece 3D composite material quarter package. So Graph is still a brand where the quarter package is not one piece as it is, for example, at the Bauer skates, where this is one piece. So there are two pieces of composite material which are sewed together in the heel area, not just at the PK 7900 Pro but also at the Graph Ultra G975. But to be honest, I don't want to talk too much about the performance of those two skates specs wise, because specs are one thing but performance is another thing. So let's find out how those skates perform compared to each other on the ice at my hometown ice rink Max Eich Arena in Zell right now. Alright, for the on-ice test, what similar videos are doing, or what people in similar videos are doing, yes, there are similar videos. They are putting on the cheap skates and then the expensive ones, and then they tell you that the expensive ones are way better. But I don't think that this is a real valid comparison, so what I'm doing right now is that I put on one cheap skate, starting with my weak foot, and one expensive skate, starting on my strong foot. Go for a few rounds, and then I will change the side. So then I will switch with the cheap skate on my strong foot and the expensive skate on my weak foot. And then I try to find out the difference, or I try to tell you what the differences are. But because we have the same brand and kind of similar skate or a similar build in the skate, I think that those skates will be fairly similar. There will be differences, of course, but I'm pretty sure that the differences won't be as big by far than the price difference is. Now, as I'm pulling the laces in, of course, I noticed that I'm used to my expensive skate. I'm using it for a while now. It's not fully broken, but it's already got the perfect fit to my foot, or feels pretty familiar, while the cheap skate, I'm wearing it for the second time now after the skate review, which is the info button right now. The comfort is actually in both skates not too bad. I can feel that this skate is a little bit chunkier, a little bit heavier, but I'm far away from saying that this skate is worse than this one. It's just different. The rest I have to find out on the ice right now. Going to be interesting. Alright, to be honest, the difference is like this. As I said before, I can feel that this skate is a little bit heavier because here we are made out of composite materials. This is more plastic, traditional skate materials. And there's one thing to feel, don't know if you can see it here, but this skate goes up a little bit higher than the expensive one. And also I'm having this kind of pillow here, which makes those moves a little bit softer than in this skate. The fit, both skates is good, even if this is a double E skate, while this is a regular skate, but those cheap skates are made to fit everybody. This is exactly what it does, so I have to say the difference, pretty small. Performance of both skates is good, but in the higher percentages, something that the most beginners or intermediate skaters won't feel, there this skate performs better. But for a regular everyday skating, easy hockey playing, not too much of a difference. By far not as much difference as the price difference is. Let's give the difference of those two skates a little bit more of a specific test with some footwork. Alright guys, footwork, the difference between those two skates, as I said before, by far not as big as the price difference is. Of course there's a difference. Now you can feel that this skate weighs a little bit more, so those fast motions where you set the feet, there's a little bit, but just a very small delay in this skate, but as I said, by far not as big as the price difference is. And now I guess I will feel a difference, because at the line breaks, as I did the review for this skate, I could feel that it was kind of wiggling around because it's not as stiff as the pro skate is. So now let's give those skates a power test right next to each other. Alright, power. Same as in footwork, as in the first round. The difference is very small. And what I can definitely feel now, when I'm going fast, when I'm stopping, when I run to get power again, this skate has a small delay because it's a little bit heavier. And the touch, so this very precise drifting with lots of power, you can feel that this skate has a little bit of a worse fit. Not wiggling, but you can feel that it's a little bit less precise because it's softer, because it's more flexible. than the carbon fiber shell. Those are the pretty noticeable differences, but this part of the video was just a warm-up, because now I'm going to change the skates. The cheap skate will be on this side, the expensive skate will be on this side, and then I will feel every small piece of difference in the skate. I'm a little bit disappointed, by the way, that the difference is not that big in the on-ice feeling, because the price difference is like massive and you expect to be a bigger difference. So you expect this video to have a bigger point, but probably this is about to change right now. How can I describe this? This is, okay, hello, who are you? And this is like, hey, welcome home. That's the easiest way to describe. So this skate feels kind of familiar because it has the fit of graph. In the skate you can feel that this is a little bit slimmer here, so narrower here in this area of the skate. Not too bad, but I can just notice that there's a little bit more pressure on different points in this skate. And in this skate it's not just because I'm used to it actually, but also because, as I said, the different width of D and EE, that is now making the difference. This skate feels just absolutely comfortable. Now let's step on it. I said I'm disappointed a little bit because the difference is not as big as I expected it to be. Now I expected the difference to be bigger as well, but it's similar. As I said before, you can feel that this skate is a little bit higher and don't have this soft pillow here on the inside, so those pressure points, like this way, you can see this pillow is bending a little bit outside and gives me a little bit more comfort, while this part stays nearly completely stiff. Definitely more lightweight on the left side, but that's as far as I can tell it to you right now. The rest I have to find out on the ice. Interesting. This feeling everybody knows when you change the skate or relace the skate mid-session, and I can definitely feel that this skate goes up a little bit higher, so the expensive skate is definitely more comfortable in this area. Not just a little bit, way more comfortable because of those pillows. This is actually the biggest difference I noticed so far. Let's give it a little bit more power. So to be honest, I'm still disappointed by what comes out of this video, because I expected there to be a huge difference, and of course there is a difference. This skate is more comfortable, this skate has a better touch, the skate is more lightweight, but the difference is definitely not worth 1,000 euros. That's what I have to say so far. I tried to find some points, some differences I can tell you besides the different fit and the weight. Probably with footwork I can find out some more differences, but I'm really not that optimistic. Let's see. Alright, what do I have to say about the difference between those two skates in footwork? Well, this is the first real difference I noticed when I do this kind of leg switch spin and I change the feet and I do this motion, that the peak control, the peak touch, this touch you need to twist the skate at this place, especially when you're coming out of a footwork set, was a little bit less compared to the expensive skates, which actually made me
fail this trick, but I'm not good at this trick today anyways. But here I could feel that I could trust this skate a little bit less, but the rest, footwork, totally works. But as I said so far, the quality and the performance difference between those two skates, definitely not, I'm missing a word, I'll put it in right here, definitely not this word, the price difference. That's what I have to say so far of the footwork. Now let's give those skates some more power with line breaks. As I said before, you can feel that this skate is a little bit heavier, that the touch, the precision, the power it can take is a little bit less than with the expensive skates. That's what you expect for this price difference, but still nothing that the 1,000 euros price difference. And now let me catch my breath. Now I'll give you some final words. Yeah, got my breath back, but to be honest, those final words actually are not that complicated because everything I want to say I already said in the video. Yes, they are heavier, they are less comfortable. The performance, especially in the peaks or for those line breaks, footwork, those aggressive things is noticeable, but nothing that makes a 1,000 euros price difference. So if you are thinking giving all your money for skates or just give 200, 300, 400 euros for skates, I would definitely go for the 200, 300, 400 euros. So thanks again T-Blade for sponsoring me this skate. But if I have to be honest, if I would have to buy a skate with my own money, then I would go for a 300, a 400 euros skate model. Definitely over a 100 or 200 euros skate model, but definitely not a 1,000 euros skate model. So this sweet spot between price and performance is somewhere around those 400 euro skates. That's all I have to say for today. If you liked the video, then please give it a thumbs up for the algorithm. Don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss anything in the future. Feel free to check out my merch. Feel free to check out my Instagram. That's it for today, guys. See ya!